Hi there, welcome to another episode of Virtual Community Kitchen. My name is Roxanne McCleary and I'm a maternal child health worker with Carriers at Canny Family Services. And today I have a special guest with me. This is Raelene, and she's a family preservation worker from Burns Lake.
We've got a surprise guest with us. This is Walter Ward. He's one of our Stellat'en First Nation community members. He's going to help us cook today. So we're just cutting sweet potatoes to make the sweet potato French fries. What you're going to want to do is take the whole sweet potato and cut them to about 1/4 of an inch thick. So you're making little pieces like this. Do the whole potato, and then you start cutting them into French fry shapes. The trick to having nice crunchy sweet potato fries in the oven is to cut them nice and skinny. So you're going to want to shake on cornstarch. Like you can see, it doesn't matter if it's no name or name brand, it does the same thing. You're going to want to put a teaspoon, a teaspoon and a half on each sheet, and then just toss it lightly until they're all covered. And this will help draw out some of the water you're going to need so it doesn't make it so soggy or mushy or whatever name you like to call it. So then you're just going to want to mix them around, get that baking cornstarch, covered in all of the little French fries. I always want to make sure that they're going to stay as neatly into one layer as possible. And just kind of reorganize them so they're not stacked up all over. Perfect. We're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now there's a lot of different types of salt out there. What you're going to want to use is the table salt.
Sea salt would work.
Sea salt would probably work good. Yeah. What I use in my house is like Himalayan salt or sea salt. It depends on if you like to have it. What size of salt crystals you want on your potatoes, I guess. And with the recipe that you guys are getting, it's asking you to use the olive oil. You're going to want 1/2 tablespoon with it to dump over your French fries. And measure it out and just pour it over top.
That's it?
That's it. That's all you're going to need. It'll be nice and delicious and crunchy. And just because it's kind of gooey, you might want to get a fork or something to mix it. Myself, as a finger person with clean hands, you can again just
Get it all.
mix it up until there's no more white powder left.
I just straightened everything up.
I know. This is what they look like when they're done cooking. One trick that you guys might want to use is just to layer a piece of parchment paper underneath. A lot of the parchment papers come in the size of a regular cake pan, so it might be a little easier to cook these without sticking. So once they're done, you can just put a little, this is just a little bit of garlic and pepper, and you just kind of sprinkle it on top for a little bit of seasoning. Okay, so we're making chicken strips or chicken tenders. What you want is half a pound of chicken. You can either buy prepaid cut ones or even chicken breast and then cut them up like you've seen in previous video. Using a pair of scissors is the easiest. So we've got thyme, that in there, parsley. So these are all pre-measured. You guys will have to do that when you get it. And paprika. Panko.
Oh, okay.
Panko. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different varieties. And then this little bit of salt and pepper. And we'll just stir it up.
Any oil in there or no?
What we're gonna do is put the chicken into the oil, coat it nicely, and then into the batter, and then also again coat it, and then we'll just put it onto the cookie sheet. And you could either use your fingers with clean hands, again, very clean hands, or with some gloves, or a fork, like Walter's doing, or with some cool little kitchen tongs.
Somebody will get extra crispy ones.
And another thing I like to do for Finger Food Fridays in my house is taking your vegetables and making a vegetable dish, but you can also cut off the broccoli heads and then put them nice and fancy. But I like to cut. Oh!
I'm kidding.
I like to cut them into cute little dollar, little dollar broccoli dollars is what my little Sophia says, and I get her to have 5 broccoli dollars. The kids that don't like eating the broccoli heads sometimes do like eating the little broccoli dollars, putting them in a little bit of yogurt dip or just cute little names for food. So Walter had to duck out real quick for that hockey game, but like most hockey games are on Fridays, which you can make a fun food Finger Friday night. You can still have game night with a healthy meal. So what we've made here is chicken strips, so a healthy chicken strip, oven-baked yam fries, your amazing broccoli dollars, kids will love that, and little tomatoes. So thank you for joining me.